Look who pulled up for a catch-up. It's really here from 947 Afternoons. And if you're here, it means you've got taste. Go ahead, enjoy the moment you missed. But don't ghost me. Weekdays 12 to 3 p.m. on 947. I'm loud and way more fun in real time. And yeah, there's more audio magic waiting for you right here on Prime Media Plus. Wake up with a bang.
Hey, wake up!
Anele and The Club
On 947.
A month on MTN Yellow Plan's core and save a massive 1,080 Rand only while stocks last. Visit an MTN store now and switch to Simple. T's and C's apply. Today we make moves. MTN.
When doing business in the Netherlands, be direct, but never in Taiwan. Greet with 3 air kisses in Belgium. Right, left, and right again. But in Japan, it's a bow. Not too high, not too low, or too long. Go big on small talk in Spain. They love that. But skip it completely in Switzerland. Getting it right pays dividends. So invest offshore with a partner who has 26 years experience in global markets, because investing in foreign markets isn't foreign to us.
Coronation. Trust is earned. Coronation is an authorized FSP.
On 947, this is EWN.
The tourism minister sacks the SA Tourism Board, sparking claims of interference, and Santon's water woes continue. Good morning, I'm Thembekile Mrototo. Tourism Minister Patricia de Lille will soon start the process to appoint a new SA Tourism Board after firing the last one. Office announced immediate dissolution of the board late yesterday. The Tourism Ministry says the decision was based on what it claims was an unlawful meeting. But de Lille has now been accused of interfering with the work of the board. Khumutso Modise reports.
On the 1st of August this year, the SA Tourism Board convened a special meeting, but that meeting has landed the members in hot water, resulting in the dissolution of the board. Tourism Minister Patricia de Lille has taken issue with the meeting because the board chair, Gregory Davids, had resigned the day before. The ministry says de Lille had previously cautioned the board against the failure to follow governance procedures, which undermines the board's integrity. De Lille will soon invite nominations of eligible persons, and a person or a group will be appointed in the interim to manage the affairs of the board. Khomzo Modise, Eyewitness News.
The cash-strapped Mfuleni municipality wants National Treasury to again write off a portion of its debt to Eskom. 2 billion of its 8 billion rand debt was previously scrapped by Treasury when the municipality could not pay. Alfara Mushwana reports.
The embattled Mfuleni local municipality believes it meets National Treasury's criteria to qualify for another debt write-off. This time, the municipality is seeking a further 2 billion rand reduction of its debt to Eskom. Finance MMC Hassan Mako says the municipality has already begun engaging the relevant authorities in an effort to reduce what it owes to the power utility.
There's also a process that we're undertaking now to see if we cannot get the second write-off because the amount would be 5.9 billion. And you minus the 1.9 billion, it will take it to 3.something billion.
The municipality recently landed in trouble again over another outstanding debt owed to Rand Water. Alfa Ramshwana, Eyewitness News.
Residents in parts of Santon have again been warned to brace for water supply disruptions today. Joburg Water is conducting maintenance on a damaged pipeline that started leaking last week. The damage has impacted the Lovo Reservoir and Tower, which supply parts of Sandown, Morningside, Benmore and surrounds. Here's the utility spokesperson, Nombuso Shabalala.
Water supply remains slightly opened while the teams continue with the repair work. The line will be fully recharged once the repairs have been completed. There is currently no estimated time for restoration. Johannesburg Water will, however, provide regular updates to customers on this issue.
And Palestinian militant group Hamas says that Israeli military plans to conquer Gaza City show its blatant disregard for efforts to broker a ceasefire and hostage release deal. The defense minister has approved the military plan, authorizing the call-up of about 60,000 reservists. Israel's security cabinet, chaired by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, approved the plan to conquer Gaza City in early August, sparking fears it would worsen the already catastrophic humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Netanyahu has come under growing pressure at home and abroad to end the war, with the German government yesterday saying that it rejects the escalation of Tel Aviv's campaign. Israel and Hamas have held on and off indirect negotiations throughout the almost 2-year-long war, resulting in 2 short truces during which Israeli hostages were released in exchange for Palestinian prisoners.
EWN weather with Texsa Allergy, the number one non-drowsy antihistamine in South Africa.
A fine day in store for Gauteng today. Joburg temperatures 11, peaking at 28 degrees, if you can believe it. Pretoria also peaking at 28 today. Vereniging 11 and 27. The top story. The organisation undoing tax abuse has accused Tourism Minister Patricia de Lille of political interference after her decision to dissolve the SA Tourism Board.
EWN, in touch, in tune and independent. For the latest, visit ewn.co.za or download the EWN app.
Between school runs, meetings and errands, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Allergies? Not today. Texsa Allergy helps you stay alert and clear-headed. No drowsiness, just pure relief. Be your best with Texsa Allergy, the number one non-drowsy antihistamine in South Africa. Whether you're a mom or a busy professional, Texsa keeps you on your game all day long. Don't wait. Head to your nearest pharmacy today. Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
EWN Sport.
Good morning, I'm Anthony Teixeira. Peter Sharile equaled Siyabonga Nomfete's PSL goal-scoring record as he netted his 129th goal in Mamelodi Sundowns' 2-0 win over Magezi. The forward also sharing after the match that his target for the season is 25 goals. Meanwhile, Orlando Pirates open up their Betway Premiership account. They were good value for their 1-0 win over Stellenbosch, although coach Abduslam Wadu felt they lacked control.
There are some key moments in the game that we have to learn to kill the game and to score 2-3 goals and not to be afraid after and it's what happened in the second half. But let's not to be too hard. Let's enjoy this first 3 points, and I hope.
We also saw Amazulu move into the top half of the log with the 1-0 win over Marimo Galant's Keegan Allen, getting a touch on a Hendrik Einstein's free kick. In tennis, Coco Gauff has split with her coach, Matt Daly, days before the start of the final Grand Slam of the year, the US Open. Since winning Roland Garros at the start of the year, the American's form has been inconsistent, with the round one exit and Wimbledon being the lowlights. And YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul will have a bout against an active boxer. The cruiserweight will be fighting unbeaten WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Davis. The bout won't be on the line, though, due to the size difference between the boxers. Anthony Teixeira, Eyewitness News Sport.
There's a place where you can come to wake up slowly. There's a place where you can ease into the day. There's a team that always speaks so soft and sweetly. But this is not that team and not that place.
The day my Explorer crashed, I went to multi-choice and I cried. And I said, surely you guys can do something.
Oh, kids, you don't know the pain of going to Randburg with your decoder in tow.
Underneath your armpit, and you have to walk up there and they give you a little slip. Tell her 32 Otis in there. There's an Oprah episode with Tina Turner here. I won't get it anywhere else, please. Ma'am, it is gone.
Anele and The Club, let's go, go, go. Anele and The Club, say yeah, get up, wake up with the bang now. Turn the music up loud, show them how to get down every single day now. Anele and The Club, let's go. I'm sorry I'm here for someone else, but it's good to see your face. And I really hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Running late for dinner outside town. Left the phone a little bitter, but it's cool for now. Far from perfect for each other, but we're working it out, I suppose. Now I'm waiting at the diner looking traumatized, 'cause you walk up to the table with an order of fries. And I know you, yes I know you, used to love you. And I said, I'm sorry I'm here for someone else. It's good to see your face, and I really hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry I'm here for someone else. I wish that I could stay and talk at the bar all by ourselves, but I'm here for someone else. Whatever next, ready? When she finally walks into the restaurant, hate to say it, but I knew it, I was already gone. Oh, baby, don't talk at the bar all by ourselves, but I'm here for someone else. I'm still in love with you. I'm going out of my mind. I couldn't take it anymore. I was already running for the kitchen doors. You were always the one I should have waited for. I can't lose you again, not again, not again, not again.
Benson Boone taking us to 7:10. Sorry, I'm here for someone else. Our WhatsApp voice note line, it's like your friend that you just send voice notes and you're moaning about something, celebrating something, excited about something, talking about your relationship, be it with your a romantic partner, your parents, your siblings, your colleagues, your boss. So it's a WhatsApp line, but it's a mayday.
Yeah, and some of your messages, by the way, we love them because they don't actually want anything from us. That you're just trying to vent or you're just trying to tell us something.
Yeah, this person's venting.
This one is venting.
This one is venting. And at most times what I've picked up is because you own us, you kind of wanting us to agree with you.
Maybe we do.
Let's see if we agree with Jared.
Hi guys. I never thought at my small age I'd be sitting through a voice note on the radio to ask for some advice, but I really do need help here. My name is Jared and I'm in matric this year, and my parents have given me an ultimatum as far as my studies are concerned. They are basically saying they will only pay for my tuition if I study something in architecture or even in the finance world. But here's the thing, I don't want to spend my life designing buildings. I want to use my sketching abilities, which I'm very good at, by the way, to do fashion and maybe sketch some things in the creative business and the creative world. And I get it. They want me to be safe, but it's my life. It really is my life. And I don't want to waste my time doing something that I know I'm going to be miserable doing just to make my parents happy. So do I play it safe and keep the peace, or do I stand for what I really want and risk the trauma at home?
Every architect is listening to this saying, oh, architecture's safe.
Look, the word creative industry is a swear word for any parent.
Yeah. Oh, Jared, I don't know. Do you know why I don't know? When it comes to fashion, right? Much like radio, very few people will make it to the what am I trying to say? I don't want to kill your dreams. Just don't do fashion because you think you're going to make wedding dresses and end up at New York Fashion Week. Do fashion knowing full well that you're going to make t-shirts and supply Markham, right?
Right.
Because that's actually where the demand for fashion is.
It's good money.
It's good money. And so this is all I'm saying. Go for fashion, but know full well that the chances of you dressing a Kardashian,
very small.
Very small. It can happen.
It does happen.
When Beyonce came here, she only used South African designers.
Right.
But you can ask, who were they? Those
Matosa, Tebe Magugu also gave a few pieces.
Yeah, it's like, what did it do for your business that Beyonce wore your dress?
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I'm gonna say. Go for moms who are looking for clothes for their kids. That is the market.
You see, for me, can I for Jared now specifically, right? The first thing we do is we look at fashion and we go, we want to design. But the fashion industry is massive.
You could be in textile. You could be the guy who makes the material.
You could be the accountant for Louis Vuitton. And I think a lot of people miss that every industry, every creative industry has a gigantic business industry behind it.
I mean, there's one guy called Jan Malan, right? You don't know, when I say it's Jan Malan.
Yeah.
No. Dude, he works with every South African designer to put on their fashion shows.
Exactly.
He's the one building the ramp and the lights and planning the music and this and that and that. South African designers are flying Jan around the world
to help them.
To help them with their creative output.
Yes.
So what you're saying is absolutely correct, is that you don't necessarily have to be the one who's sketching the dresses to be successful in the fashion industry.
That's it. So there are different, there's so many different aspects of every industry, right?
Generally, I'm very much team go for what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Just go for it. Make a go of it. And you can always change your mind. That's the beauty of being young, I guess, because you can try it out. And if in 2 years nothing's worked out, then change course. But
that's what the parents are hating.
But and this is where I'm coming now. So I would say start with a degree, what your parents want you to do. But if you're talented, there's no reason why you can't start sketching on weekends, for example, and start making stuff. Because actually, let's be honest, if you're creative and you're good, a lot of it is based on talent. School just refines it.
Yeah.
So if you start and you build up a client base, by the time you finish your degree, you might actually be walking into a fully fledged business.
The degree can't hurt. The one, and I mean, you must look at it as something that you can imagine. Now you've got an architecture degree, and
a fashion
one, right?
Yeah.
Look at those. You now are pitting yourself up against you far ahead everybody else.
I'd love to speak because I think there's a lot of people, and all of us actually have this, right? We studied a certain thing, but we didn't end up necessarily doing that certain thing, right? So I studied computers.
But you use it now. Yeah, you help us with this. Every time the system crashes, guys, we call Frankie.
But the point is that it's not I'm not in the industry that I actually did my degree in.
True.
Although it did help me get to where I wanted to be.
And it's helping you now.
And it's helping me now,
yeah.
right? And I think a lot of people have that. Maybe you did go study what you wanted. Your parents said no, accounting. You had a different passion. Maybe that accounting has helped you to get to where you are.
Oh, because another thing fashion designers can't do is run their books. Woo, they're terrible.
Exactly.
They are terrible. But now, when you've got that qualification, it's another area in your business that you'll understand a lot quicker than the normal run-of-the-mill fashion designer. 011-8838-947. I don't even know what the question is. Jared, did you go with what your parents wanted you to study? And how did that end up?
Yeah.
Did you go with what your parents, and then you did it, you passed it, and then you went and did your own thing?
Right.
Because to Thembekile's point, you're young. You think you don't have the time, but you do have the time.
You do.
And the truth of the matter is, there's always going to be somebody needing a dress.
And if you want to balance this out, tell us what your passion was, and then you went to go study what your parents said, and you never pursued it.
Oh, yes, and are you still bitter?
Yeah, are you still bitter?
Do you still raise it during Sunday lunch?
I could have been.
I could have been a musician.
I've got a friend with an engineering qualification. He's a journalist. Chose to be poor, deliberately.
Oh, my word. I'm upset with him and I don't know him. I'm not even his parent and I'm upset with him. 011-8838-947. I think if everybody just brings their story, it doesn't matter which side of the spectrum the story falls. Either way, it is going to help Jared make his decision.
Your journey.
Good morning, Anele and the team. And to Jared, please listen to your parents. Listen to your parents because passion is not going to buy you a Mercedes.
Anele, advise Jared like how you would advise your son.
So as a mum of a matric and a grade 10, my advice is follow your dreams. You are going to spend the rest of your life doing something that you either love or don't love.
Jared, follow your heart. I also did what my parents wanted me to do, and it's miserable.
All of you people who followed your parents' advice are the reason some of us are miserable at work. Because you don't like this job. Ooh. You never wanted to crunch numbers. And now we're all paying for it because no one let you go paint. You could have been selling your stuff at, what's that place?
Sotheby's.
Near the CBD, 44 Stanley.
Oh, yes.
You could have been there.
At the Rosebank Market.
Yeah, see? And you would have been happy in like a Rastafari hat, living your best life.
Hello.
You would have been going to your parents' house for supper, though, but you'd be happy.
No, you'd be growing your own herbs on your balcony.
Yo, this discussion, hey, it's just, there's never a right answer. And Nicolene, I'm going to keep quiet. Somebody said I must advise Jared like how I'd advise I like it, so I'm going to keep quiet. Nicolene?
Good morning, Anele and The Club. How are you?
We're good. How are you, Nicolene?
Good. First time on radio.
Welcome. We got you out the woodwork, lady. We got you out the woodwork. Okay, now you have to drop bombs.
So we've got a similar situation with my daughter who's currently in grade 8. And we had this discussion with her last night, actually. Like, go and study what you want to study. But if you want to do something extra and additional, do it. If it's something you like, you'll always have something to fall back on if it doesn't work out.
So, but my issue is with having a degree to fall back on, is that if time is the factor here, For instance, I have a friend who studied finance and he was really good at it. And had he stayed in finance, right, he would have been at the corner office of the Investex, right?
Right.
And then he went the passion of DJing.
Okay.
Okay, like music, did the DJing, the promoter, the parties. And he himself, 22 years later, says he really wishes that he had stuck the finance route because he knows he'd be far by now, right? So, and I was like, no, but why don't you go back to finance? And he's like, no, too much time has passed.
It's difficult. Can I say, I think this is a conversation we don't often have, right? Is that all of us know your priorities change in life, right? And so when you're 18, you're discovering, what am I going to do? What do I want to do for the rest of my life? And maybe you're very creative or you want to do a certain thing. But when you're 40, you have a very different priority in your life. And I think that's the conversation we should be having with our kids, is if you're going to do something out of the ordinary, let's step forward a few years and make sure that we set our goals down the road so that you don't end up like your friend going, I should have been in finance.
But there's also a conversation to be had about how parents pass on their fears onto their children, because ultimately it's your worry that your child's life might not pan out in the way that you see it playing out. He might have a completely different idea or vision of what happiness and workplace satisfaction means. So we must be careful to then not impose our own expectations of life on to people.
But this friend of mine, what do you think he's going to say to his kids? Because you must remember, his departure point is what he knows.
Well,
he tried the passion. The passion didn't work.
But there are people who've tried the passion and it did work.
But I'm saying, look, his kids, now when he has to advise them, his departure point is his experience. He can't base it on the DJ who did be successful.
Well, I think the reality is then you have to give them the two examples to say, listen, pursuing this dream could turn out in one of two ways. You could be Black Coffee or you could be me. Now, do everything that you can to make sure that in either of these scenarios, you are well placed to survive either way. I mean, I didn't have any other goal than your dream. Listen, not many people come from Bloemfontein and end up on 947. But I done did it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Black Coffee, he's got a music degree.
I was going to say, here's what I think your friend would, if we had to ask him this question, I think he'd say yes. I think he's realizing now he could have done both. I think he could have stayed at, he realizes, he could have stayed in finance and done the DJ thing as a very successful
as
side.
As my other friend, what's his name? Is it Bududu or Puso? One of the two. I think it's Bududu. He, high-flying banker, DJs with Black Coffee every now and then.
You see.
Liane, good morning.
Good morning. Your first time on the radio.
Oh, we are having first-timers every corner this week. Okay, Liane, talk to us. What's your take?
Okay, so actually when I was matric, I also wanted to study architectural, and then I ended up studying education because my parents said in architecture I'm not going to get very far. And I'm now an operational manager. I've never been I haven't done any education, but up until today, I've never regretted that I went to do that. I mean, I always have something, like they said, to fall back on. And I mean, it's amazing. I use my education degree and currently in my position that I'm now. And that's, so I say go. I mean, your parents have been in the world longer than you. They know what is what. And I will do the same with my kids. I mean, I will lead them in the direction. And after that, you can go wherever you want to go. I mean, I'm an operational manager with an education degree.
I see.
But this is wild that your parents said no to architecture, hey?
Why did they say no?
So we did a lot of studies, and at that time, the companies weren't really taking on new people, and they just said it was going to be difficult for me. I mean, like you said, in fashion, I mean, to be an architecture, you have to be, I mean, how can I say, you're not always a big person. So where now I can make a difference in my company where I'm actually something where in architecture you're not sure that you're going to be somewhere and you're going to be that big designer building an insurance building or something like that.
Right.
Because, Frankie, your friend's an architect, and isn't there... It's much like accounting and getting your articles, or being a lawyer and doing your passing the board and, getting... There's something, if you're an architect, that if up until you get that thing, and it's quite expensive to get it and to pass it, you can never own your own architecture firm, which is where the money's at. Otherwise, you're always going to be working for somebody else's firm.
Okay, so I have a few friends who are architects, right? And actually, they are very different architects, all of them. So some of them do houses.
Okay.
And they work for a company, and they're very happy.
They work for
just doing-
Zotos.
They just work for a small company, and they are employed, and they do houses, and they're not interested in building Dubai towers, right? And then I've got this good friend of mine. He's on that journey where he does massive projects, but he'll tell you as well, that's a hard thing. And I also think we often skip that. Not everyone wants to have their own business.
Yes, we don't all want a podcast. Stop telling everyone on the radio in the podcast.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think if you speak to people, some people just like, and it's not it's not just. Some people want to be employed. I want to get my salary. I want to get my benefits. I want to be sorted out.
I don't want to be calling people for invoices every day.
I don't want to figure out how tax works with SARS. I don't want responsibility of having employees.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
That's amazing for you.
That's amazing. So we often say, well, you could run your own business. Not everyone wants that.
I don't think Jared is any closer to figuring out what he's going to do with his life. Thanks for nothing, guys.
Let me tell you this as a 25-year-old who struggled to figure out what they wanted to do. Sometimes your parents are right. Go to school, pursue your hobbies in your free time. This economy is bad. And like Thembekile said, if you're good, you'll make it.
I wish I did what my parents wanted me to do because I over-romanticized the idea of what you wanted to be and what you needed to become one day. And I wish I'd actually just followed what they wanted me to follow. And then, like you said, life turns out differently.
Listen, Jared, do what your gut tells you to do. Whether you fail in it or not, you are meant to go through that experience. It's gonna teach you something, trust me.
But on whose time and on whose dime?
Yeah, that's the thing, eh?
Because ultimately, I think as humans, your one goal in life is to be independent.
Yes.
Right? It's to be independent. Whether you're a woman, it's just to be independent so that you can have your own agency. And I feel that at times, your passion does have you forever living on somebody else's terms if it does not work out.
Yeah.
Oli, good morning.
Hi, Anele and The Club.
Morning, Oli. You say catch-22, hey?
Yeah, it is a bit of a catch-22. But in my situation, like with Jared, back in my day, my mom said, no, I wanted to study fashion design. And then my mom outright said, no, at that time, there was only like a handful of successful designers in South Africa. How do you see you making it? Just choose something else. I'm happy for you to do something within the art space, but find something that is going to make you money, that's going to give you a stable living. And I ended up doing graphic design, and I'm happy.
Right now you're happy and you're not scared of the AI?
No, guys. AI is controlled by us, so I'm still relevant.
You're still in charge.
Do you miss?
Yeah.
I mean, looking back, how long have you been doing graphic design? Do you miss fashion?
Of course I miss it. It's still like, in my heart of hearts, I'm still like, every now and then I want to touch on it. But yeah.
But it's also easy for you to, not easy, but easier for you to merge it because you could make textile, you could make materials, you could
make it for yourself.
Definitely.
Yeah. So once again, it's that time thing. That's another thing that we like to act like you're running out of time. Xoli, how old are you now?
I'm 36.
At 36, you could become a fashion designer.
I could. It's the dime. It's on my dime now. It's not on my parents' dime.
Tougher to spend.
And this is what we're trying to get into, is that when you're going for passion, you want to do it on your parents' money, right? And your parents are simply saying, no, on our money, do this. And then on your time and on your dime, then do your passion.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's not so passionate when you have to foot it, eh?
Yeah.
Oren, good morning.
Morning, Club. How are you guys?
We're good, Oren. How are you? Wrap it up for us.
Okay, so I see it as if he wants to go study what he wants to study, he must pay for it himself. If if his parents pay, it gets down to an investment from their side. So if they investing in him, they get to choose what they're investing in. It's not, like you said, it's very easy to follow your passion when it's on someone else's dime. I think you guys put it very nicely just now.
Oren, you sound like you have kids who are going to go study.
I've got 5 kids, 2 of them in grade 11 at the moment.
You see.
Myself and my wife had this discussion with them probably about a month ago as well.
What do they want to do? What do you want them to do?
Then my oldest son wanted to become a lawyer, and we said, it's not like you see it on TV, eh? It's more paperwork than being in court.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that much fun, and he doesn't like speaking to people, so it doesn't make any sense. And then my daughter, she wanted to, I actually can't remember what she wanted to do, but it's the first time she said she wanted to do it, and she's never showed an interest in it in her life. So, you know.
Yeah. That's tough.
And you personally, Oren, what would you like them to do, the son and the daughter?
So my oldest son is quite good with drawing and all of that type of stuff, so he must go into like craftsmanship or something like that.
Okay.
That'll work. And my daughter's very good with people, older people specifically, so she wanted to become like a frail care nurse type of thing when she was younger. So, you know, she's very good with old people, so that's a passion for her, and it's something that she can actually do.
Okay.
Dude, you sound like a measured man, because also here's another thing. You know your kids well.
Yeah.
Like, you know your kids. You know their strengths. You know, like sometimes I will tell me, oh, I'm this. And inside I'm like,
I'm not sure you are. I'm not sure you are.
Like with hard work maybe, but like at face value, I know you. I'm your mom. That's not your strength type of thing. So, I mean, imagine now in 8 years' time when he's having to pick what he has to do. That's 8 more years of knowing you. Granted, it's 18 years of knowing yourself.
Yeah.
But I mean, I you can see your strengths. Like this kid who wants to be a lawyer, but he doesn't like people.
Right. Can I? I'm not a very wise man, right? But there is one thing that I've seen. And I asked someone this yesterday because they told me, I want to do this thing. And I said, why? Because I think once you answer the why, and let me give you an example. I want to be a fashion designer. Why? Because I want to dress Beyonce. No, that's not the why. The why is because I want to make clothes for a living and I want to dress people. Everyone around me must wear my clothes. That's what a fashion designer
And
does.
it should not matter whether you'll never dress a famous person or never end up on the cover of Vogue or not.
Exactly.
You will be making clothes.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
Say goodbye now. Back to making your morning.
Anele and The Club.
I love this show.
On 947.